How's it going, guys? Welcome back to the channel. And in this video, I want to speak to you guys in relation to Leinster, the bad press that they've been getting ever since they lost to the Saints in the semi-final. And I don't feel all of that is warranted. And this is coming from a Saints fan. Plus, I also do have a little bit of information for you in relation to the channel and, a little bit of good news. So stay till the end of the video to see that news. But before I continue, please like and subscribe. It really, really does help my channel grow. And a majority of people that watch my content are not subscribed. So please hit that like button and subscribe if you guys are enjoying the content. So let's break it down. And ever since Leinster lost up against the Saints, and this is something that I was speaking about prior to the game. If you guys didn't catch my earlier video as to why I feel why I feel the Saints will beat Leinster, there's been a lot of bad decisions on Leo Cullen's part, and I do understand where a lot of Leinster fans are coming from, but prior to the game, everybody was, talking up Leinster, saying that they're going to be unstoppable. And looking at general logic, you would say Leinster are going to come through with a win up against the Saints. But I saw a general flaw in their tactic, which I thought would make a big difference. And ultimately, I wouldn't say it made a big difference, but it definitely made a difference, and it was quite evident on over resting players. But prior to the game, and the entire season, Leinster had gone a majority of the season without losing a single game, right? They ended up losing up against the Bulls. There were excuses made. They ended up losing to the Scarlets. There were excuses made. And now that they've lost to the Saints, all of those excuses are out of the window, and people are now angry and furious because they've now just been knocked out of the Champions Cup. You brought in Geordie Barrett to ensure European success, but then you start him on the bench. You want to have one of the most effective and quite possibly the best loose head prop in world rugby. I mean, Andrew Porter should have started that game, but no, he starts on the bench. And I do feel that there are certain stupid decisions that were made by Leo Cullen. And unfortunately, I do feel that this seems to be a running theme for him. He came into a Champions Cup semi-final without momentum, with a loss on their books, and the team not running at their best. So what do you expect, right? Now, personally, I feel Leo Cullen is taking a lot of unnecessary hits. I do feel Leinster have had such an amazing season, and yes, they did get knocked out of the Champions Cup. They are still top of the URC. They are probably going to end up winning it. Obviously, everything's here and there. There's still every possibility that they might lose it, but it does seem like Leinster are going down this spiral that just keeps going down and down and down and down and down. But can it be saved? Yes. Do I think it would be a bad decision to sack Leo Cullen? I do, because these are not decisions of a poor well, I say poor management, but it's not a decision of the team is playing poorly, because the team quite obviously is not playing poorly, considering the streak of runs that they ended up going on for a win streak. But are these decisions that should have been thought out more? Are these decisions that could have been different? Yes. Are these decisions that can be learned from? Yes. But whether he's going to learn from these decisions and make the necessary changes so that this does not happen again, I don't know. But I also don't know if sacking Leo Cullen is the right move, because it's one of these: do you want the devil you know, or the one you don't? Because Leo Cullen is still bringing success, and yes, he does have an amazing squad, so he can't use that as an excuse that he did not have the depth, he did not have the talent. He had the depth, he had the talent, but how did he utilize it? Right? So I do feel if they were to sack him and then bring on a different coach or a completely different set of coaching staff, yes, it could be amazing and you could have an amazing run, but you might also not. So are they willing to take the risk? Considering Leo Cullen does generally have Leinster playing really good ball, but are they willing to give him another year, 2 years, 3 years? I don't know. They haven't won much over the past couple of years. And I'm sure they want to be changing that, especially with the squad that they have, the money that they're putting into the squad. So I don't know. I want to hear from you guys in relation to this because I do feel Leinster getting a lot of bad rep. I do feel Cullen's getting a lot of bad rep, and Jacques Nina, but he's getting a lot of bad rep as well because prior everybody was, up their backside saying, "Oh, how amazing they are! How how much quality they have, and this and that, and they're not going to be able to break Leinster's defensive line. Leinster are too strong with the forwards and the backs; they're going to run them riot." Obviously not. Obviously not. So changes need to be made for Leinster. But what changes are needed and when should they be done? This is my biggest thing. So I don't know. I find this is something that it really, really annoys me. And I'm not talking about in rugby or in Leinster, but in sport generally. You can be having the most amazing season of all time, but then you lose a couple and then people start turning against you. The moment the results start to drop, you are now all of a sudden the enemy, right? They don't see big picture. They don't see, you know, what's going on, what's happening. They see, oh, right now we are losing. Whatever you are doing is not right, needs to change. We need to get back to our winning side and our winning ways. Otherwise, I'm going to hate you and I'm going to call for your head. I don't feel that that is right. But over a certain period of time, those voices get louder and louder and louder. So honestly, Leo Cullen needs to make a change. He needs to make it immediately. Things need to happen. And I think his squad management needs to get a bit better. But then again, I say this as being an avid fan and a forever student of the game. I am by no means a coach or qualified, or I do not have any certificates in the game. So this is just my personal opinion. Whether you agree with me or not, put it in the comment section below. I'd love to have a chat with you guys in relation to it. But I do just feel that Leinster are getting a lot of unnecessary smack considering they've had a phenomenal season. And that game could have gone 50-50. But I do feel, yeah, Leo Cullen made a lot of stupid decisions unnecessarily when it mattered most. Hopefully you'll learn from that next year and have Leinster potentially win the Champions Cup. And okay, guys, just before we finish off the video, I wanted to go through some big news in relation to the actual channel itself. I have just been accepted to be an affiliate with the British and Irish Lions, England Rugby, New Zealand Rugby, Australia Rugby, and so on. So I am waiting for a couple of things to be coming through. But yes, I am now an affiliate of the British and Irish Lions. Hopefully there will be some bits in, in the near future about merchandise and so on. So keep your eyes out on that. I'm just working out the final bits, and hopefully in some of my new videos, I will start having all of the necessary links so that you can go to purchase your British and Irish Lions kit. So yeah, brilliant news. Please like and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye.